It's now our pleasure to honor two such students who have demonstrated that they are committed to the lifelong journey of learning. For the first time ever at ECHS, we have two valedictorians. Please join me in welcoming 2017 valedictorians Jennifer Bañuelos and Selena Melgoza, both with a culminating GPA of a 4.28.
Thank you, Ms. Valoria. And thank you all for joining us today. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. So I'd like to begin by quoting an esteemed individual who is a great representation of the class of 2017. He's a well-rounded artist who has won several prestigious awards and has dominated every line of work he's been part of. He has grown with us from Degrassi to Take Care to Views. As Drake once rapped, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. But in all seriousness, class of 2017, we've made it. Through thick and thin, you've made it. Through all-nighters and early mornings, you made it. Through senior thesis and intercession, you made it. Without grace and with much effort, you made it. Congratulations. We spent the last 4 years at ECHS working our hardest. We've learned a lot from the community we built there. We learned how to count plants with our favorite Dr. Bolden. We learned we change everything we touch with Gross. We learned we shouldn't touch everything with Pack and Eddie. We learned that your classmates are your best resources. And mostly, we learned that we are valuable to our community. Selena will walk you through memory lane later, so I figured it's best if I take you into the future. Picture yourself 4 years from now, once again sitting through a graduation, listening to people you won't even remember speak. This time, you'll be close to being a college graduate, the thing you've been truly working for. This time, your graduation cap would write something like, "Please hire me," or $10,000 in debt, hopefully. Would today be meaningless? 4 years from now, at your Berkeley, or Merced, or Riverside, or Chico, or Princeton graduation, would today be meaningless? For most 18-year-olds, the answer would be no, but you're different, of course. You went to ECHS. Today is meaningful because it's the first day of the rest of your life. And yes, it is cliche, but it's also true. After this ceremony, you're free. There'll be no one to hold you back or hold you accountable. Your mom can't ground you, Lacey can't low-key threaten you, with an F, of course, and Doña won't be there to tell you to get your life together. So what will you do? For the next 4 years, what will you do? Who will you be? So let's take a break from this deep talk, and I want to tell you a quick story. A week ago, me, Alex, and Kayla were on the phone, and they were trying to help me figure out how I should start my speech. Alex thought I should start with, "When they go low, we go high," and quote Melania Trump. That's a Michelle Obama quote. Kayla thought 407 years ago was going to be a showstopper. Kayla, what? You don't even like history. My idea was best. Class of 2017, welcome to your tape. How does this relate, you ask? Alex, Kayla, and I all reference something that is important to take into your next 4 years and into the rest of your life. When Alex quoted Melania Trump instead of Michelle Obama, he reminds us to take credit for the work we've done, be proud of it, and accept the rewards that come with it. There will be people in your life who will try to discredit you or dismiss you, but remember that you don't have to be as powerful as the former First Lady to call people out and take back what is yours. Success is only meaningful and enjoyable if it feels like your own. Michelle Obama. Kayla's reference to history teaches us to remember our past and where we come from. When you're chilling in a class next semester and you're the only Latino, Black person, or one of the few Asians, remember that you come from a home that taught you to be proud, and a high school that showed you that you need to be a pioneer for change. Even if that means standing alone in your biochemistry class, do it. When you're out there making millions because your movie reached the big screens, Memo, or you got that job at NASA, Joanna, or you've been elected California Senator, everyone else. Remember your parents. Remember ECHS, they'll love the publicity. Remember Gardena, and most importantly, remember me. And lastly, please don't make it on anybody's tape. Be nice and caring, people will appreciate your smile, and you sitting next to them when no one else will. You reminding them that they are smart, beautiful people. But don't allow your kindness to make you complacent. Build your community and stay unapologetic. So what will you do? For the next 4 years, what will you do? Who will you be? You will take pride in the things you accomplished. You will remember the places you came from and the people who got you there. You will be anyone you like to be, but just remember to be nice. A los padres latinos, perdón si no pudieron entender este discurso. No hablé de nada importante, solo hablé de los éxitos y retos de la clase de 2017. Sus hijos están sentados enfrente de ustedes porque por los pasados 18 años ustedes han trabajado duro y sacrificaron mucho. Gracias por todo el trabajo que han puesto para este momento. Esta diploma es para ustedes. Especialmente a mis padres. Gracias por todo. A mi mamá. Gracias por regañarme cada mañana y todo el amor que me has dado. No podía ser la mujer que soy hoy sin usted. A mi papá. Mi más grande logro es hacerlo orgulloso de mí. Me enseñó cómo ser una mujer fuerte. Gracias. And to the rest of the parents, thank you for all your hard work. You are the reason your child is sitting on the stage and the reason they will go off to do great things. To staff and teachers, thank you for making ECHS home. Thank you for empowering us, pushing us, making us laugh, making us cry, and simply making us us. 10 years from now, when you forget our name, you will still be unforgettable. You will still be known to us as the people who changed our lives. I like to end the speech with a quote, but this one is really important, so if you're sitting next to Saul or Alma Jones, please wake them up. Freshman year, I walked onto campus clueless, only knowing that my sister was a counselor and I needed to take Mrs. Sara Diaz's class. I never got to do that, so I'll end our ECHS experience with something that has been on my high school bucket list, be taught by Mrs. Diaz. Here are some wise words she left in my yearbook. Remember that you are valuable, important, necessary, capable, beautiful, good enough. You have been a light to our community, and I smile thinking about all the people you would bless with that light. Thank you. Now, please join me in welcoming my partner in crime, Selena Melgoza.
Wow, y'all. If you know me, it takes a while for things like this to settle in, and I constantly restate the obvious in hopes that things will become clear. For the past weeks, I have been walking the halls thinking, we're going to graduate soon, and here is soon. We're all here in the place we imagined ourselves being in 4 years ago. The big bad class of 2017, as Mr. Lopez put it, is graduating. 4 years ago, we were all at Summer Bridge on campus thinking, what is this place? Some of us wanting to leave as soon as we got the chance, but I'm happy we all stayed because we formed friendships that now feel like family. Picturing yourself 4 years ago might make you think, dang, I was pretty rough. But yeah, picture yourself 4 years ago. We all had dreams of where we would go, what we would study in the future, and some of our dreams have changed, and that's okay because our dreams will constantly keep changing. But my point is, we made it here. We reached one of our dreams. Graduation is such a weird time because I'm sure we're all feeling a mix of emotions. Am I to be happy, sad, excited, nervous, maybe all of them? Feeling like we're going to miss high school, even the small things like chickens walking in our classrooms. Or hearing a young man yelled by Daniel to a student about their uniform. Or maybe you're not gonna miss it at all and can't wait to get out of here. But I think one thing we're all feeling is accomplished. Throughout our 4 years, we have all grown. Maybe not literally like me, still 5 feet, but we have grown into amazing individuals. In these 4 years, we have experienced different challenges, SRCs, wait, I think that still might be too soon, but you get the point. Despite all our challenges, we still made it. We are still here. And if there's one thing we're all great at, it is fighting for what we feel is right. Fighting for social injustices, environmental issues, to rid of false representation of Muslims in the media, fighting for immigrants' rights. And of course, to bump our grades from 89% to 90s. And that's what I love about our class, how eager we are to make change. Like one day in ECHS class, we had a sub and demanded that we turn off the lights to save energy. The sub probably thought we were crazy, but the only thing we were thinking about was saving the world. I have never met a group of individuals who constantly fight for themselves and others. And I know that we will continue to fight for what we live in at any institution we go to, which is why I'm sure that whatever challenges we may face in college, we will overcome them. And in the future, I'll see your names in headlines for continuing to be advocates for positive change. But before we look into the future, let's reminisce. And I promise this one will be sweeter than Carolyn's Twitter thread. How could we forget how Miss A started the first drama at ECHS when reading The Awakening? But during this time, we also learned to come together as a class and had secret meetings at lunch to take down Big Brother. Let's also remember that it's not too late for anything. Just look at Genesis and Edward. I will never forget how everybody looked at us when we were planning our rituals for Bañuelos class. Lastly, let's look back to how beautiful our Catalina and Yosemite trips were. Coming from LA, I would never think it's possible to see that many stars at night. And here in Yosemite, after we came out of the spider cave, we all learned how to support one another through the dark. We also couldn't have done this by ourselves. On behalf of my class, I would love to thank the teachers for constantly finding innovative ways to teach us, the counselors who have helped and supported us every way of the college process and beyond that, to the staff who without there would not be an ECHS, and the students who, even though we complain more than most, we always see the value and bigger picture of every lesson and supporting one another like family. And most importantly, I would like to thank our families and parents who have raised such amazing children. We thank you, and for this and all you have done, this graduation is just one of the many things we're doing to show you how grateful we are for what you have provided for us. So now what? On to the best 4 years of our life, being freshmen all over again, collecting debt. That's exactly what. I wish I could give you some inspiration about how to survive the next 4 years, but I haven't even done so myself. But I can say that if you survive 4 years at ECHS, I think you'll be just fine. And I will leave you with this. I am scared of what the future holds, if I'm going to be successful in college, if I'm going to be homesick, if I feel like I don't belong, but we are all doing this for a reason. For the world, for ourselves, for our family. For me, this is for my family. For the sacrifices made to do what my family did not have the opportunity to do. So let's do this. Regardless of our fears, let's be the ones who challenge status quo, the ones who don't settle, the ones to make a difference. Congratulations, class of 2017. I believe we'll do that and more.